Hello, gentlemen. John Shaft here. No, just kidding. Marc.antomattei here with another episode of Gentleman Masterclass. Today, I want to talk about this book that I bought from the Seiko Museum in Ginza. This is what the bag looks like right here. It got a bunch of gear train parts on there from the inside of a watch, and it says the Seiko Museum Ginza. On the back side, nothing. Now this book, you can either buy this in Japanese language or in English. These are the only two languages available. And I bought this one probably 3 months ago, but I still haven't opened it yet. I bought this after my completion of shooting and taking a photograph of every single watch on every single floor inside of the facility. And just to top things off and to know about all the pieces that I shot, I went ahead and bought this book. Here you'll see these little dials. You'll find these on each one of the different floors going up all the way to the 5th floor inside the facility. For example, this one might showcase towards B1F and 1F, 2F, 3F, 4F, 5F, like that. It says the Seiko Museum Ginza. And this one, under the right lighting condition, this is like a embossed foil. So it kind of changes colors a little bit. I don't think that's going to show up on camera because the font is too thin, but up close and personal, you could see that it kind of changes a little bit within the light. So that's pretty cool. And there's a little sticker on here of a British flag. And actually printed on the book itself, it says English edition down here. On the spine of the book, it says the Seiko Museum, and on the back it also says Seiko, the Seiko Museum, and in Japanese. I still have mine inside the plastic as I haven't opened it up, but here we go. We're going to open it up together right now. Trying to keep my book in pristine order. It's pretty hefty in terms of the thickness. There's a lot of pages inside of this. Now, just by holding it up, it may look like a hardcover book, but it's actually a paperback, as most books are paperbacks in Japan. It's very rare to find hardcover books here. Just the Japanese don't print them for whatever reason. Maybe cost or space, who knows. But there we go. Let me try to show that off one more time. Hopefully you guys can get a glimpse of that shine on there, but probably not. And these dials, or this hour marker, or whatever this thing is, this is embossed on there. Alright, so this is quite a nice looking book. When we open it up, it is full color on the inside. Okay, and let me go to the final page just out of curiosity to know how many pages there are inside of the book. So it's difficult to explain what is going on here. Once you make it to the back of the book, it ends on page number 240, and then you have these thinly cut pages that don't extend all the way to the corner. I don't know what's so different about this. I'm going to take a look now. These are not part of the labeled pages. It's like its own thing is sitting inside of here. Okay, I see what it is. It's a fold out. So if I can hold this up without damaging my book at all. You see there, I can't even hold it sideways just to let you guys see. I don't want to damage the pages. Let me try to readjust this and do this over again. So here we go. It ends on page 240 over here inside of my right hand, your left. And then you have this nice fold out there. What is this fold out? And you got a fold out on the back as well. So this is the timeline of the company. I did showcase this timeline inside of my video called the Seiko Museum Ginza, 2nd floor. If you look for that and you go to the very end of the video, you'll be able to see this timeline, which is the history of Seikosha, which is now known as Seiko. So let me fold that back up. See, is there anything else inside of here? Alright, past that we have like a little like a glossary in the back or an index. So it goes up to page 242, 243, and finally it ends on page number 253 with a message from Hitoshi Murakami, who is the director of the museum, and he written this afterward in November of 2021. Wow, this is really a well-made book. I don't think I said the price of this as of yet, but the price of this is, I don't have my receipt on me, but I'm recollecting from about 3 months ago, I paid about 3,000 Japanese yen for this, and I think there was like a small tax. I think I paid 3,300 yen total with the tax included, which is not bad for what it is. This is really hefty. I mean, if you watch my videos, which showcases every watch on every single floor, yes, you will be able to visually see every watch on every floor, but this is an explanation of what every single one of these watches and clocks are, and the timeline of these clocks and why they were built, when they went out of service, the Japan's first wristwatch, history about Seiko's first wristwatch, things like that. So this is on page number 52 here. It says Japan's first wristwatch, and it's from Laurel, and you can see the dial here with the red 12. Let me just go ahead and read this real quick. It says, predicting that the age of wristwatches would soon come, Kintaro launched Japan's first wristwatch, the Laurel, in 1913. Although mass production of wristwatches had already begun in other parts of the world by the end of the 19th century, this was a daring undertaking for a watchmaker in Japan, which still lagged behind. And there's a little bit more reading inside of there, but yeah, it shows off the first wristwatch in Japan, the Laurel. I'd like to be able to buy that because actually I'm a big fan of this strap here. This smooth leather suede strap. It's quite cool. You have the components inside the watch over here. Inside the middle of the book, this is page number 68. It's talking about the family, the Hattori family. Kintaro is the first name of the founder, Kintaro Hattori. This is a family photo here, and these are all the presidents of the company, which is essentially the sons and the grandsons of Kintaro Hattori. This is a really nice book here, full color. You got all the pictures that you want to see in full size, all the watches that you want to see, everything you want to know about each one of these watches. Everything is inside of this book. This is a beautiful supplemental book for this museum. And in fact, I could almost say that you could just go inside of the museum, just look at the watches, don't read any of the inscriptions whatsoever, and just buy and take home the book, and then you can have everything to read right at home. But I researched it at the museum, and I'll look at it again more closely in depth with this book. Anyways, I'd like to thank you guys for watching this episode of Gentleman Masterclass. I'm your host, Mr. Marc.antomattei. Salute to you wherever you may be out inside the world. You guys know what to do. Keep it classy. I'm out.